today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Eagle ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 9.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Miles Sanders.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Room to run at the 50. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. What an absolutely electric return. 106 yards from end zone to end zone. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in. Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, take it off and throw it over your head.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the return is Peterson. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 21-3 is your score after 1.
21, Eagles 3.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's third down.
10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw again on second down. Wentz Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's third down.
It's third down in less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And an Eagle first down.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
A loss of 7 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. 33-27 was the final. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for
the Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Jim Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st down.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Come on now! Touchdown, Cardinals! A great effort there. 97 yards. And the Cardinals add on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back up.
And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
At their own 36-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football.
There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Their mobile quarterback. 75 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 50 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Cardinals.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
A loss of 3 yards. And it's third.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now it's Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him?
He's got daylight past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
The quarterback's forced out.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they try the right side here. Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A huge loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and very long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
20! 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. He gets away from one. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Down by Darius Slay. Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up.
The onside kick is recovered by
the fourth quarter. They felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Going to give this time to the tailback. There he goes.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.